like I'm on the brink of something beautiful, or maybe terrible. I know I shouldn't ask you to be open with me when I have my secrets that I tend to keep safely under lock and key. I'm hypocritical, but at least I know we could be beautiful, or maybe terrible. Only one way to know. Only one way to know. Is this a yes or a no? Which way will it go? Only one way to know. Only one way to know.
So hey there, gang. Welcome back to the Tavern. I don't know what the number's going to be when this episode comes off, but a huge, gigantic thank you to everybody watching, because as of the time of recording this, we're almost at 1,200 subscribers. Just freaking insane. So whatever number's down there right now when you're looking at this video, you guys got us there. We really appreciate you. But hey, you know us. We're a group of goofy goobers. We just sit around, we dream big dreams, and we tell bigger stories. And tonight, we're continuing the story of the Disinherited here in the town of Windermere, where beneath a warm, inviting face, a dangerous underbelly lurks just beyond view. Will our heroes fall or rise to become the legends of Abhaile? It's the question that drives us week after week. But first, hey, announcements. We've got a new mug out for the month of May. Does anybody have an idea for the new mug for the month of May right now? Because I don't have an actual mug up yet.
I will draw you a hunter mug over the course of the session.
Hell yeah, we're gonna have a hunter mug featuring Hunter from this fantastic campaign. So skedaddle on over there. They're only available for 1 month, so you want to get on that thing while it's still available. And hey, if you're looking for more actual play awesomeness, why don't you check out the Fatal Roll and Tasha's Curse of Strahd game. They're Mondays and Tuesday nights, respectively, on Twitch, and they're both fantastic games with awesome casts. But I think that does it for announcements, so let's switch gears and catch you guys up, because it's been a little bit for us. So when last we left off, the Disinherited bid farewell to Calandra's sister, Florence, who had stopped by the town of Windermere kind of inexplicably aboard their swanky-ass flying ship. Definitely wasn't a subtle flex or a not-so-subtle flex. But you all bid farewell and learned a thing or two while on board this very interesting vessel. Melee was able to make off with a handful of documents from amidst a source of confusion as something happened on board the ship. You all were momentarily transported to another time and another place and another liminal space somewhere else. And man, it was a weird time. It didn't really make a whole lot of sense. We were extraordinarily powerful, laying waste to an undead complex, and then there were these strange creatures that weren't so easily waylaid, and they spoke of machinations that were confusing. And upon your immediate return to the Florence, and a jarring bit of unease that sent most of you to your butts, including Florence, as well as several people on board the ship nearby. Something that they've said has been happening for at least a couple of weeks now, and they believed it was tied to the arrival of this ghost ship that we've been hearing about for so long. making its way around the Hornet and some crossing into the Sonorid Ocean. We didn't know much about the ghost ship until we were able to press Florence for more information. And with her station as one of the high officers of the Blue Sky Logistics Group, one of the pillars of Boreala's trade, we learned that they believe this to be the Indomitable, one of the first 4 hulls laid down by the Borealan shipwrights 12 years ago and immediately lost. So what this means, we're not sure, but we've been sort of conscripted into an unofficial contract working for the Blue Sky Group and Florence specifically in trying to stop the ghost ship or to figure out a way to claim it from its unknown crew and intentions and sway it to the side of Boreala, and specifically the Blue Sky Group, because hey, if there's a free ship, we would like to have it. I think that's a sentiment that everybody can pretty much reflect on, including Tome, who's a robot and doesn't have any reason for, but he's got to be one of the few people in the world to fly a skyship, which is pretty cool, but actually doesn't really look like much because it is still a boat and they are relatively hands-off things to drive. However, that's enough yapping from me. You guys have made your way back to the Broken Shore Inn after the Florence left right around midnight, and made your way to rooms that have been provided for you by Mathis Two Cups, the contract that Adran had met. These rooms were provided due to your all's willingness to be helpful rather than going about with your original plans that you were set upon by Athan Thorn. So we find ourselves here on the beautiful 6th of Nathara. It is the morning time, and yeah, I'm going to turn it over to you. Who do you guys think's the first to wake up come morning time? With a long rest, if you guys need them.
It's a bit of a misnomer because I don't swing anything to begin with, but
Me neither, Tome.
I mean, I'd say just, I mean, it depends, because I mean, when I would actually get out of bed depends, but I'd say I probably would, because I was really excited after last night, after so many things got introduced.
Heck yeah. So yeah, you guys were given simple rooms here. It's not a large place, and it looks like from the state of the second floor that you guys find yourself on, you guys are likely amongst the only guests in the inn. It is kind of probably a side effect of the small town nature of the area, as well as their, I guess, geopolitical situation that's kind of let them be cut off from the rest of the lanterns and, trade with the Borealan cities along the Evermarch Road are not sanctioned, I guess. It still happens frequently, almost every day, but it is definitely off the books. So yeah, Tome, are you heading down to the common area, or are you just?
Oh yeah, the moment the process of my sentry mode time is up, I just immediately spring out of bed, onto my feet, and just look around the room for my spellbook, grab it, and then just start writing and scribbling in it as frantically as possible, and then just trying to I occasionally, as I'm going down the stairs, just look up to make sure I'm not falling I'm down the stairs, and just even on, can I make a dex check? Is real bad.
I was just about to ask. Would you do that? Do me a favor and do that, sir.
All right. Straight dexterity. That is basically a flat roll for me. That is a 19, surprisingly.
Hey, 19 is fantastic. Tome is completely in sync with his surroundings as he descends, scribbling away.
Yeah, I'm just the ideas are flowing like water, and I just kind of, without really acknowledging like the barkeep or anybody, I kind of just like sit down on one of the tables and just kind of wait for my friends to show up as I'm just like scribbling like no, and at one point just ripping out a page and just like crumpling it and just like throwing it in the air and just using prestidigitation to immediately incinerate it.
As you descend, the individual behind the bar is this large orcish lady. She's got her elbows up on the bar, and she's just kind of leaning over it, resting her head down on her forearms, and she looks up at you and she says, "Hey,
Huh?
You need something to eat this morning?"
Do you have any potatoes?
It's a weird request for the morning, but you got a copper piece?
Do you have a? I will give you a silver if you can get me. How many potatoes does that buy me?
Well, just a second. And she goes back behind there's a small opening that leads into the kitchen area, and she's like, "Well, we got the soup on for lunch, but here you go." And she takes her big orcish hands and piles 5 potatoes on the bar in front of you. Help yourself, I guess.
He puts down a second silver piece to keep them coming.
Okay, I guess.
And then just goes back to his scribblings, like, no, that's not right either. No. And again, just another piece of paper just goes into the air, snaps his fingers, gone.
Interesting. I love it. As you're sitting there scribbling away, right as you make it back to the table with your not pilfered, but purchased collection of potatoes, there's a... make me a perception check, Tom.
Sure. Let's see how perceptive I am as I reach down and crunch. Actually, I've just mage handed, just I don't even want to, it stopped writing, so I just wave out the incantation for mage hand. I'm just feeding myself the potatoes. That is a 12.
12, okay. Let me see here what that looks like. Perfect. So there's 4 or 5 people in the tavern right now that you can see. I say 4 or 5. You can see a group of you think it's 3 people at a table. Hard to say just because of the way they're angled. And there's a bar in between you and them. But as you make your way back to the table, you notice that there is a looks like a chambermaid, maybe making her way upstairs to the second floor where the rooms are at. And to this point, I'd say I'm going to make an administrative decision here. It's probably close to 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning time. What is Cal doing at this exact moment? Is she asleep still, or is she getting ready for the day?
She is in her room doing some stretches. Getting ready for the day, basically.
You receive a visitor, Cal, in the form of a piece of paper that gets slid under your door. A piece of parchment. Simple piece of parchment. as you're in the middle of doing some stretches. It's the type of thing that happens without any circumstance or pomp. And it's the type of thing where you just kind of look over, and there it lies on the floor.
I'm gonna go get it. What's it say?
You open up the piece of parchment, and it says, "The Tidesong Chapel at midday, alone." And that's all it
Okay.
says. Yeah, so, who's next to come downstairs?
Probably be
I
up by
think
then.
Hunter probably.
Yeah, not Adran. He's still kind of asleep and half hanging out of the bed.
Hey, I respect it. Oh yeah, so Hunter and Melee, you make your way down. The barkeep again looks towards you as you descend, almost annoyed. He says, "Yeah. Can I help you all? Anything to eat or drink this morning?"
I'll be fine for the moment here.
You hash browns?
I was with you at potatoes this morning. I got, yeah, you just give me a few minutes. He heads off into the kitchen, and you start hearing some banging as pots and pans are being kind of like thrown around back there. But soon after, the sizzle of something being cooked. About... oh, go ahead, sorry. I'm sorry, Hunter.
Hunter's gonna use some of this time and go up to Tome and was like, "Tome, I have a request for you if you have a free moment here in a second."
He kind of just... What way do you approach him? Are you approaching him from the front or from behind?
From the front.
Okay. He kind of just like... his hand doesn't stop writing, but he does... His head does look up to you and he says, "Oh, what is it, Hunter?"
I seem to have been looking through an old journal of someone's that I have on me, and I kind of was able to finally decipher some of these runes. I think it might be some kind of spell. I was wondering if you would help me figure out what it does.
That is very much in my power to do so. If you present it to me, I can attempt to identify.
Yeah, Hunter kind of hands this very old, worn, black leather journal. There seems to be a whole bunch of like weird, infernal markings in it, but when you open it up and kind of go to the page, there's basically like a thing for find familiar on there.
This is a simple incantation. It is the same one that I use to bond myself to Quill. Although it can also be used to summon a creature.
Would you mind helping me cast this?
A simple matter, yes. Let me see. He kind of just starts like going through his. This like at the mention of casting, he puts the book down off to the side, and kind of reaches into his pack and reaches and pulls out a small bowl. Do you have the? Oh wait, actually, since you do not know what this is, I will need about 10 gold's worth of herbs. Would the gold straight up just work, do you? Or
Say that one more time.
I don't know. Would the gold just straight up just work, or do we need the herbs?
We probably would need the herbs, but I will point out a fortuitous thing, as when it's good because again it's been a little bit of a minute since we arrived in town, but we arrived in town with Finlow's lighthouse still in tow. And on board that is a fair amount of herbs, which can be used for this purpose.
I'm going to absolutely go and raid Finlow's lighthouse there.
Yes. I suppose this also
Okay.
functions as an herb.
For
All right.
sure. And
All
just to be like, for the cataloging purposes of this, because I don't believe this would have been on the list, there are enough of it and enough value of it that you could, as it stands right now, cast the spell another 2 times if you needed the material components for that.
That's good to know for both of us.
Good.
So I'll pull up a chair with Mage Hand and just ask Hunter to sit down.
Hunter does so.
All right. The process for this, you will need to follow this ritual exactly. It will take about 1 hour's time, but once done successfully, you will conjure a creature and bind it to your service. So, which creature do you wish to summon?
Well, think I might just see whatever calls out to me, you know?
Very well. What I need you to do, Hunter, and I need you to, he kind of like mimes his hands out like to be like both over the bowl. All right.
He does
Now,
so.
All right. Now this next process is going to take a bit of will, but you're a strong will, so this should be of no issue. You're going to channel your magical energy into the bowl and into the herbs. And he kind of snaps his fingers, and with prestidigitation, a small blue fire appears. All right, concentrate on shaping the creature, giving it a form. And once the hour is complete, you should have exactly what you see.
I think Hunter does so, and like as he begins trying to concentrate and like call out to this magical energy, you can just see wisps of shadows starting to like roll off him in this kind of roiling fog.
Yes.
Just like emerging from his body, and it's slowly starting to like give this creature its form.
Yes. Shape. Yeah. The goal is to shape the flames into the creature itself.
Mainly about this time, the orc lady comes out from the kitchen with a small wooden plate of hash browns for you that have been fried up to a nice crisp. She looks over at the table and she's like, is that normal? It doesn't look normal to me, but...
He doesn't need to eat, but he likes eating potatoes.
Yes.
It
very
was
friendly.
the spooky shit going on.
Oh, they're just doing magic.
Hunter's just sitting there like, Yog Sardath, God, speaking in tongues.
And then Tome's like, no, the pronunciation is like this. All the fire is just wisping.
Yeah.
And Hunter is like emitting these shadows.
He's trying to summon a spirit to do his bidding.
Yes.
That's
pretty low level stuff.
Yes.
Gonna
We are
take
burning
your
my-
word for that. Here you go. She turns around and walks back into the kitchen quickly. Doesn't even ask for any money in exchange.
They'd be like, oh, he's just doing astrophysics calculation, some real like beginner material, honestly.
Oh yeah.
I'm still watching, but I'm going back to writing in my my spell book. Just frantically.
Oh yeah. That is fantastic.
At this point, Quill is also on my shoulder, and I'm giving him pets as well. I'm just like intermittently writing and sketching.
Yeah. So I'll say a little bit of time passes, and before long, your ritual that you're casting, Hunter, starts to really take shape. You feel the shadows feel like they react to you in a way that they've really never quite done before. I think always before they felt like a companion at the best of times and like an alien at the worst. And now as you kind of, without even knowing how you're doing it, your mind reaching out and your soul shaping these flows of shadow as they bend and twirl and weave and write the story of your new companion. What form does it coalesce into?
I think in this moment, a like very almost kind of looks like this like bird of prey, all in this kind of form, like this kind of raven-like creature, completely in the same way Hunter, featureless, rendered entirely in shadow. You can like still see like the outline of it and like where the individual details, like if you needed to, you could put its hand on it. It would be still completely physical in the same way Hunter is, but just completely rendered in absolute shadow, and then just the same pinprick white eyes that Hunter has.
Hell yeah.
This like nightmare shadow raven.
Hell yeah. I dig it. This comes together as the last vestiges of shadow and magic lock into place. And it just cocks its head and looks at you. And then scratches the table just a little bit with his foot and cocks his head the other way.
I had his beak.
Yeah. The way you met your familiar is much different than the way that I met mine.
Here, Quoth. And I just tap my shoulder and he flies up on top of it.
Hell yeah. And as your spell locks into place and completes, and your new friend hops up on your shoulder, the door opens and a tall female elf walks in, heading straight to the bar, resting an elbow on the countertop and tapping her fingers idly as if almost annoyed. From where you guys are at, she's kind of got a little bit of a haughty air to her. She's wearing kind of a long, matronly cut of a dress that's in deep violet silks, and she has a oddity of a single earring on her right ear that looks like a spiraling gold with a small green crystal at the center of it that dangles down. Her hair is in a intricate bun up, and it's dark brown. She taps her fingers a few more times on the bar, and Nellen, where are you? You know I don't like to wait. Before too long you hear, just a second. And then out from the kitchen you see the same orcish lady that you've seen a dozen times this morning. Bows her head deeply to this elven woman and hands her a large bag of coin that clinks and clacks as she hands it over. As the other one says, "Doesn't need to be late next time, does it?" And the orc lady replies quietly with her head bowed, No, Mistress Virel, no. Very well, and she turns and walks out.
I just turned up.
About this time, Calandra's going to make her way downstairs.
Okay.
As she's walking away, I turned to Hunter. She would be pretty if she wasn't so annoying.
Make me a history check, Mr. Tome. Real quick. This is.
Can I roll a insight check to figure out what the fuck that interaction was?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I love it.
I mean, it was either taxes or taxes in form of paying for protection.
That's what I thought too. I got a 12.
That is the 7.
7 and a 12. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna roll that too, if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it. So Tome with a 7 on the history.
I got 9.
Okay, 9 already. I think with the insight checks for sure, you're definitely confident on your 2 options that were presented by Mr. Hunter there above the table. I think you're probably leaning logically towards the latter of the 2. And with a 7 on a history check, Tome, there is something familiar about her, but not necessarily about her as a person, but more about something just in the way she carries herself or the way she dresses. Hard to put a finger on.
Which one was the latter option again?
Taxes that are...
Taxes and hush money.
Yeah, protective type of thing. Yeah.
At this feeling of familiar, not necessarily knowing, but familiarity, Tommy's just gonna stop what he's doing and kind of turn his head towards his lady.
Yeah. You watch as she departs the inn with this bag of coin in hand. As she leaves the inn, you can see for just a moment there are a few other individuals outside, and you can see her handing the coin pouch to one of them as they all depart.
I'm gonna stand up. Hunter, would you mind watching my potatoes? I do not wish for them to be stolen.
Wait, how far away is this happening outside?
The interaction at the bar took place probably 10 feet from you, and outside they're probably 20, 30 feet away. It's not a very big place.
I kind of want to try to... I was going to say, I kind of want to try to, during that handoff, Mage Hand and, move it up above the roof with Mage Hand, but I don't know if that's a good idea.
Move the Mage Hand up above the roof, or...
No, grab the bag of money and fly away with it, basically.
Oh, I got you. I mean, shit, you want to do it, we can do it. You give me a sleight of hand check.
I hope this is
A 17.
17? Okay, we are... Ooh, 17 beats a 7 on the die. Absolutely. So she goes to hand off this bag of money, and in a flash, the bag of money whoop, soars high overhead, and she... What in God's name did you do there, Rolf? This wasn't me, lady. This wasn't me, Lady Saralyn. This was... I don't... There, it's up there on the... It's just floating there. Well, don't just stand there. Someone climb up and get it. I can't... by that time, the door is shut, and the audio kind of cuts from the front of the building.
How high is the building? It's 2 stories?
2 stories, so it's roughly about 30 foot tall to the peak of the roof.
I was going to say, I was going to try to fly it over to the other side of the building.
Okay.
But I don't know if that would leave 30 feet away from me at any point.
So let me do...
Or wait, I guess it's 60 feet from me?
Yeah, it is. I was about to say.
Yeah.
If you already took Mage Hand, I think
Yes. Yeah.
So with 60 feet, yeah, I think you can absolutely get it to your best guess where the back of the inn would be, for sure. As you hear scampering outside, but you're not really sure what is actually taking place out there.
Yeah, I was gonna stand up and go talk to that lady because she seemed familiar.
Yeah, you should go intercept her and distract her.
Yes.
Valid.
Distract her. Are you up to mischief?
I have to go to the bathroom.
I'd like to make an insight check.
Is there a back door at all? Or presumably through the kitchen or something?
Yeah. So let's tackle this one at a time. So Tome, if you want to roll an insight check, you're more than welcome.
Sure. That'll beat the deception, but I still think it's funny.
Yeah. And then maybe you're more than welcome to combat that if you would like, but also roll a perception check to see if we can find.
I got a 22 on my deception and a 13 on my perception.
Fair enough. Heck yeah, there is a. There is a door that is shut almost all the way that leads to a hallway that appears to be off limits and likely is a private room for the owner of the tavern here on the ground floor that kind of goes under the staircase and back.
Like an office type thing?
Yeah, it makes sense that there might be something back there. You're not 100% sure though, but maybe. And from with that perception check, after the exchange, the barkeep did return back to the kitchen. So the attention is off for the moment.
Yeah, if that seems reasonable, I'd try to just sneak down there and see if there's an alleyway I can float the coins to me.
Heck yeah.
Pop my head out quick.
You quickly make your way, push your way past this door that's ajar slightly, and quickly return it to your best approximation of where it had sat in its state of almost closed. And sure enough, there is a doorway that leads to a back porch that kind of rests below the main area of tavern rooms upstairs. And as you slip your way out the backside, Tome is slipping his way out the front door to confront this very confused-looking elven woman.
I just kind of walk up and just tap on the shoulder.
As you go up to tap on her shoulder, the two guys that are with her immediately step forward and put a hand on your chest. Far enough, sir. Far enough. And she turns at this moment and looks at you up and down. That's okay, boys. This one is an odd one, but I think we're okay. What can I do for you, mister?
My name is Tome Volarus, miss.
I see, okay. And what can I do for you, Mr. Tome Volarus?
Well, this may sound confusing, but have we met before? You seem familiar to me.
Well, you do not seem familiar to me, my little friend, but I don't believe so.
With a closer inspection, would I be able to make another history check?
Sure.
15 this time.
15 that time. Well, you are an oddity. I am not much of an oddity. Is it perhaps my elven heritage that's seems familiar to you, or is it something else?
I have a friend who is an elf, so it is likely not that. I suppose it is the way that you carry yourself. You seem like an important person.
Well, do you not know who I am?
Am I supposed to?
No.
Can I tilt his head?
Exactly. She raises her hand up and just to idly rub her neck, and her fingers knock against her earring. And it does seem odd because there isn't a pair, a matching pair on the other side. And with that 15, finally, I believe that is what you find familiar, is her earring. And the reason you find it familiar is because it is of an Austrian design.
You are from Austria.
You are quite perceptive, my little friend. A long time ago, yes.
My mother was from Austria, and I was, well, I wasn't fully formed in those days, but I do recognize Austrian construction when I see it, as I am also Austrian construction, I suppose.
It's a good,
like I said,
good instinct because, well, yes, it is obviously from our neighbors to the south, or my homeland, but it is also not uncommon to find Austrian goods along the coast. As I'm sure you understand our providence, we pilfer a fair few of their ships and trade caravans, so it wouldn't surprise me if you've run across something similar on your travels.
I have only met a few pirates. I met the man known as Ethan Thorn. I attempted to kill him. I was unsuccessful.
Well, that one's a slippery one. Good try, though, I'd say.
Next time I will not miss.
You have to be a little bit more careful with Ethan Thorn. He's not someone you attack head on. He's someone that's best attacked from the shadows, wouldn't you say?
But I want him to see me. I want to see the fear in his eyes.
Sometimes, my little friend, what we want gets in the way of what is best.
I suppose. Do you call this town home?
I do, yes.
Yes. Yesterday I attempted to talk with the Golden Viper. It was a very awkward conversation in which I confessed that due to me failing to kill Ethan Thorn, he sent us here to bring you under control. But I saw that that was not the best course of action.
Well, yeah, I could see that, but old Antrice did not murder you, so I guess she saw something in you.
I could tell one of her companions very much wanted to, but was restrained from doing so.
Well, you know, can you blame them? It's we've worked hard to come by what we've come by, and it's not something we want to see go. And Ethan Thorn or not, we are our own people, and we will defend that right.
Yes. I apologize for any kind of gives a bow.
Yeah,
I apologize for any ill intent.
No, you're quite all right, and I apologize as well, but I am dealing with some type of prankster or something, so if you will not mind, I have some business to attend to. Rolf, did you see where it went? Yeah, I think so. Let's go. And they immediately just hurry off. Melee.
I see.
Want to make me a perception check as we look for this? Wait, you didn't let it leave your Mage Hand's grasp, correct?
Yeah, I don't know how that would work if I can't see it. Like, how control it, because it doesn't say you have to be able to see where you're moving it to, but that also, you have to have really good spatial awareness grasp, I guess.
Yeah, do you want to make me either a, let's make me a D20 and put your spellcasting on top of that.
Alright, I will give you an Eldritch Blast. Or wait,
Yeah, it works.
And proficiency, or just spellcast?
Let's just
Right,
do
yeah.
the charisma on top of it. Yeah.
Oops. E20. Oof. It's a 7.
7. Okay, let's do a challenge roll, and that will be. That is an 8. So what? Let's go with it this way. So as you step out from this back door of this tavern to this little tiny covered porch, you hold your hand out, expecting for your mage hand to deposit a bag of coins perfectly in your hand with the most expert management and control over spatial awareness that anyone's ever seen. And you hear the clunk of coins hit the small wooden overhang of the porch right over your head. Your mage hand is still grasped around the top of it, though, so this should be a simple enough.
Yeah, if I can bring it around to myself.
Yeah, absolutely. You do just that, and in your hand.
Need to practice a little more.
Yeah, it takes a little. In your hand, you find a small leather bag containing. It is containing 98 gold pieces.
Hey!
Nice. How wide was the hallway inside?
Generally wide enough for 1.5 persons or a large person to make it way down the breast.
6 feet?
Yeah, I mean, your
west?
standard residential hallway kind of a thing. One person, 2 people could
I guess
meet
that's
in it.
smaller than that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that and try to duck inside and go up to my room, dump the coins in the portable hole.
Cool. Make me a dexterity saving throw real quick.
Oops, that's ability check. Wait, which part do I click on? Oh, there we go. A 14?
14 is good enough. You make your way back inside. The door closes as the 3 individuals come around the back side of the building looking for their bag of coin, finding nothing. Call that a clean getaway. As you
Nice.
make your way back in quickly to the table where the gang is hanging out.
And by this point, Adrian's made it down.
Hey!
Oh, sorry to interrupt. The very instant Tome sees Adran, he kind of waves him down.
Going over.
We got 2 types of potatoes if you want some.
Ah, yes. Oh,
Raw and cooked.
Tome kind of reaches into his bag and pulls out the loot that he got from Chol, which is the sapphire, the ruby. I think it's the 2 sapphires, the ruby, and the golden dagger. I need help turning this into money.
Oh, we can do that.
Take the dagger.
Would I know
Hunter just kind of opens up his pack, and there's 7 short bows and 7 scimitars. I was like, can we also get these sold as well?
Yes.
Probably not the worst idea.
Right. Those we definitely would have a hard time offloading those. I mean, they've been used. We'd probably find someone to take them, but not for much money. That, however, would I know of a fence in the area we could pawn that off to?
So
Tome's got?
Yeah, you just yesterday met the gentleman Mathis 2 Cups, who let you know that they have a warehouse down in the cut, which is the ground level. If you take the stairs all the way down the rocky cliff to the docks at ground level, or sea level, I guess, they have a warehouse down there, and he indicated that they have a little bit of a fence and resale going on down there.
Okay.
Oh, Also, we should probably try and find time to meet with the Viper again. I believe that we have much to discuss in regards to resolving the matter with Avon Thorn. Although I am interested in this ghost ship. While I am interested, I believe we should resolve that so that we are not being chased in the open sea.
Good call.
Real quick question, too, just for the sake of my own sanity, because we got a few things to keep track of here on the down low. We've got all these weapons to get rid of. What has Melee done with those documents that she got? Was that a thing that she flipped through overnight, or is that a thing that she's kind of just out of sight, out of minded for the time being?
Probably would have tried to at least see what they were overnight.
Cool. That is a good thing to know.
Skim the title.
So just at a cursory glance of what you had discovered there, number one, you found a small hand-drawn map. Weirdly enough, a thing that you and Cal both have kind of known, but maybe like kept it as a piece of trivia or otherwise, but Florence has always been kind of a gifted artist with a pen and paper, or charcoal and parchment, I guess is the proper vernacular for the time. So you find a hand-drawn map of the Evermarch territory, all the way from Port Umbra down to Anselm's Crossing over to Caldenstead. And on this map, there are a few locations that are written in with a red pen or pencil of some type, indicating something, multiple locations along the coast that, to your cursory knowledge, kind of line up with close locations to some towns and settlements, but not perfect. But also different enough from the map that you all found in that underground facility. So, not really sure. There wasn't anything written on that. The second thing that you'd found was a ledger of some type, or a page out of a ledger of some type. There were a bunch of numbers and some notation that wasn't familiar to you, as well as recipients that weren't familiar, but they looked like normal commodities, things like pigments, as well as hides, salts, grains, and things like that, as well as a contract or some type of an official looking like not sure if it's a bill of sale or a deed or a contract or an agreement or a treaty, but some type of an official looking document that has seals of both Blue Sky and another one that you're kind of unfamiliar with. And then the final one is a kind of an architectural sketch of a cross section of the Florence itself, showing kind of some details about the construction and what looks like planned upgrades.
Nice. Okay, yeah, if we can, after breakfast, I'll take everyone up to one of our rooms and show them the map, but maybe play the other ones close to the chest for now.
Gotcha, I gotcha.
Is it Calandra here?
Cal came down, didn't she?
Yeah. Yeah.
I turn towards Calandra and I offer one of my raw potatoes.
Thank you, but I prefer mine cooked.
Suit yourself.
Strange people.
Yes. Adran, when you go to talk with the what's the word I would use? Oh, the fellow criminals. Yes. I have a spell that will help you with words.
I appreciate that.
Heck
Yes.
I just realized that our freaking recording has been my freaking notes document up on the main view of it for like the last 5 minutes. Oh well.
Oh no.
It'll be okay. I'll just put the image back up in front of it. It'll be fine.
Whoops.
But yes, I'll finish the rest of my potatoes, like just kind of, like just slowly chewing so that it doesn't overwhelm my system.
You know that you can cook those, right?
But they won't taste as good.
I can assure you they will.
Sure.
Yeah, try some of my hashed browns.
I kind of opens his mouth like a Pez dispenser, and then just with Mage Hand inserts it into his gullet. And then
Yeah, I was
shut.
done with those. Don't worry.
It's weirdly not as good, Tome. It doesn't have the same texture or like resistance when you bite into it. It doesn't taste like anything. It's just, you know.
The potato by itself is enough. It does not need to be cooked. He shoves the last one into his mouth and just swallows it.
Well, agree to disagree.
Yes. Have you chosen a name for your bird companion?
I think I'll call him Quoth. I think that's a good name for a creature like him.
And it also starts with a Q, like Quill.
We've got
I guess it does.
2 Qs. Oh no.
Yes. Well, I can read your thoughts. Do not attempt to eat him.
Wow.
Yes. I know you're thinking about it, but no.
I look over at Quoth. He kind of has the mental communication for a second. It's like, you can't say half that, Quoth.
Yes. Such rowdy creatures they are.
For sure. Yeah, as you guys kind of gather for the day, having some breakfast. Again, an odd situation as the barkeep is now like seems to be both a little bit wary of you all, as she's like a little freaked out by the magic that was being cast, and then a little bit on edge and kind of higgledy-piggledy about everything after the lady came in.
I'm gonna.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm gonna give her a nice big tip and pay like 3 or 4 gold and ask for another plate of hash browns.
Oh, well, that's mighty kind of you, little lady. I can do that. No, you don't have to. This is too much if I don't want to inconvenience you. Like, this is an awful lot for breakfast.
Trust me, I'm coming out ahead this breakfast.
Well, I'm glad someone
And
is.
he's also going to grab a bite to eat. Sorry.
What were you saying, Cal? I'm sorry. I
What?
did not mean to
What?
Calandra's going to inquire about what is available to eat and hopefully purchase some as well.
Oh. Well, it's, I think our stew is about ready for lunch. I mean, it's not quite lunchtime, but it's
lovely.
hot. Yeah. She'll bring you out a bowl, and it's a nice hearty, mostly root vegetable stew with some, looks like some type of a game bird that's been included with it for some protein. And no, you don't have to pay. It's on your friend here has paid more than enough for you all for the day. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. More than enough.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. No problem. So, Melee, you were talking about maybe pulling the map out and comparing it.
Yeah, once we go somewhere private, I wouldn't
gotcha.
pull it out in the dining room.
Probably not a bad call. It's not packed at all in here. Like I say, there's at this point there are 4 people that are just kind of nursing an early morning drinks. Looks like they might have been dock workers or some type that are maybe just getting off of a shift. But
Yeah, I'll just tell the party I
Clock somewhere.
found some sort of map that might be related to the ghost ship. We can look at it after we're done eating.
I am keen to look at this map.
That is a move.
Doing the
The
main.
more data I absorb, the closer I am to my next evolution.
About what time is it, and what time did the paper say to meet again?
So it's probably 10:30, 11 o'clock, and your cryptic note asked you to meet around midday at the Tidesong Chapel.
Okay, how far away is that?
Don't know.
Oh, I don't know where this place is.
Nope.
Yeah, we should maybe ask about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way to the bar and ask the barkeep where that place is.
Yeah, if you're looking to offer up a prayer to the Gale Song, you just go down to Cut. You make your way to the side of the cliff. We call it the Cut, and find you some stairs. There's several different cases that go down. It's a long way, but along the kind of a pier boardwalk situation down there, you'll find the Tidesong Chapel, the furthest cut towards the open ocean. It'll be the last stop.
Would you say it takes to walk there?
10-15 minutes, maybe.
Perfect. Just gonna make note of that, make note of the time, and leave when appropriate.
Cool. So, shall we, make our way
If
off?
you want to adjourn
somewhere
up to the
more
room.
private? Yeah.
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 Yes. I am keen to see this map.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, you guys make your way upstairs and crowd into one of the small rooms as thankfully this time around it's a little bit easier as there's not, a gigantic dragonborn lady in there taking up all the space in the room, but you make your way in there and you pull this piece of parchment out with this hand scrawled map on it, and sure enough it is a rough outline of the coast, and there are 7 red marks that have been noted on there. One of them looks like it's fairly close to where you all are now, along the coast and to the south of you all a little while. There's another one to the north of you, between where you are now at Windermere and let me do this real quick, guys. Let me pull us over to the map so I can point to where these are at real quick.
Right here.
If I could find the right map. There it is.
I have not been in Foundry this whole time.
That's
Whoops.
that's the way we play, baby. We have so you guys are here. There is one similarly a little bit south of you. It doesn't show the actual cut of Windermere there on the map. It's a very map, but there's one to the south of you all just a little ways. There is one to the north of you all just a little ways along the coast. There is another one down between Marglin and Elmsreach, and then there is another one off by Venter's Hollow that are marked in red, which are different from the map that Adran found in the Crooked Vault. I believe it was Adran. Somebody found a map in the Crooked Vault that had locations marked at Windermere, at Whitethorn, and then down at Fairweather.
Yeah, I think that was me.
Yeah, may have lied. This may be caches or something.
Perhaps. Certainly worth exploring.
And the other stuff that you had got, Melee, at a cursory glance, at the very least, doesn't appear to be obviously connected to anything on this map. The primary other document that we have is sorry, 1 second. Like I said, there's a ledger that has 6 lines on it. Each of them show a date, a cargo description, a quantity, a port code, a recipient, and a clearance number. None of these things make sense. Like port codes, you're seeing things like M13, W07, R06, C14. The recipients, you're seeing things like Goldfinch and Sparrowhawk and Thistlebend and Ironbell.
Are these aliases?
Yeah, is there any...
Aliases?
Can I... Well, I guess over time I can try to figure out what it is.
Yeah, you guys can roll me an intelligence or an insight check if you would like, to see what we can glean from this stack of stuff.
So what's the rules of my familiar giving me the help action on things?
I don't really know that it, like, if you can figure out a way to explain how he's benefiting you in this situation, I will hear your case.
Would I be able to guidance this? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I'd say so. This is one of those things where you're like, I need to...
Yeah, I put on my my ethereal spectacles. Kind of just look
This
at
is
it.
a fun
I got a 10.
10? I got you.
18, 20.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Adran and Tome are knocking it out of the park. So what you guys notice, taking a look at some of these things, Adran, I think part of this is familiar to you in a way that you don't like to acknowledge. Not necessarily in a way that you're like comfortably familiar with it, but it's a lot of shit that looks like a lot of stuff that might have just been dinner table conversation when you were a boy. The dates are, and I will copy and paste this into our Discord for later on for you guys, but if anybody wants to like know right now what we've got listed here, we have the following dates listed. We have 18, 21, 24, 26, 28, and 2.
Bingo.
The 2 is the only one that is listed as Nethara. The others are all listed as Velthar. So you can easily determine those are dates for these shipments that are all within the last month. The cargo descriptions, we're seeing ceramic pigments, tanned hides, smoked salt, grain surplus and oats, industrial sand glass, and assorted dry herbs with random quantities of crates. The port codes are an interesting thing. So this is where our results start to kick in. We are seeing a clear correlation between so the same recipient at the same port codes, so we can put together Goldfinch and M13. We can put together Sparrowhawk and W7. we can put together Hollow Mark and R6, Thistlebend and AC2, Iron Bell and C14, and then another Goldfinch entry. And I will, 1 second, I will put this in our campaign notes now, if I can. This is going to be a shitty copy-paste, but it did it. So that is the information on that one. And then the final document that isn't a that is not a what's the word I'm looking for? Picture or drawing is what looks like, and as you guys are able to clearly look at now, Adran and Tome, you do in fact find a contract that is supposedly filed under the Midnight Convergence by the hand of the Pale Emissary of the Court of Withered Vines and the duly commissioned agent of Blue Sky Logistics, herein referred to as the Ferried Star. And what this contract is a very convoluted and wordy and not in a productive manner exchange of contract for meeting at certain times and certain locations that are not included.
Interesting.
Or at least not obviously included. And that document was signed by Florence as well as another individual that is not identifiable by their signature, as it is in a language that is unfamiliar to the lot.
Are you sure? Because I speak a lot of languages.
I am almost positive. Let me double check on that. What does Hunter speak?
Borealan, Sign Language, Draconic, Elvish, Goblin, Hollow Talk, Infernal, Sylvan.
Okay, yeah, this is not included. But good looking out.
Cool.
But yeah, so that's kind of the gist. And like I said, the other one is looks like a cutaway of the hull of the Florence, and shows kind of complicated architectural drawings, it looks like. But it shows some like notated modifications intended to be done. Most importantly is a lining of a thin type of metal along the central hold. The central hold of the ship is not very large to begin with, but it looks like it has been expanded by taking out some smaller crew spaces. Again, it's hard to say what these mean.
Interesting. Schematics for the ship. Curious metal.
Would I have heard of the Court of the Withered Vine before?
No. I don't believe any of you would have. Even Cal and Adran and Melee, who kind of have that more prominent familial backgrounds, unfamiliar.
Oh, I was just saying because that sounds like some Fae stuff right there.
I gotcha. It definitely. Let me ask this of Hunter. What is Hunter's actual experience with the Fae?
I'd say mostly horrified. It's probably some horrified stories he's been told as a kid, but never physically interacting with them.
I got you. Roll an insight check, Mr. Hunter.
Ooh, I'm good at these.
Sometimes.
Not today. Actually, 19 is pretty good.
19 is pretty good. With a 19, without saying for sure, it definitely has that ring to it that makes you think that it might be potentially not of this world. Is kind of the vibe you get there. Just off of the name itself, but it's hard to say because, you know, sometimes people love to, you know, you met Antrice Duclair and you're really not sure why they call her the Golden Viper, you know, so sometimes weird things happen and people make weird choices.
Sometimes people get cool titles.
Yeah, or they make up cool titles, like Max Power, thanks, I got it on a hairdryer. But yeah, and so in this moment, trying to see here. Okay, so it is probably quickly approaching our midday time for Cal, keeping track. Are you gonna let anybody know about the thing, or are you just gonna keep that one close to the chest?
She's gonna keep it close to the chest. She'll probably just slip out.
Hell yeah. Heck yeah. And so we're for the remainder of you guys was kind of getting some of these goods and wares offloaded, kind of the objective for the immediate future.
Yeah.
I think so.
And also talking to the Golden Viper again.
Yeah. Step down and take care of that.
Were you wanting to try and sell some shit to some normal stores, or go straight to the fence market?
Well, we offload what we can at the legitimate stores, just so we're reducing risk of pissing off our fence as far as showing up with far too much inventory.
Usually you get a better price there too, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'd like to offload legit stuff where we can, just to... Again, if we walk in with too much inventory, that might attract attention. Make sense?
Yeah.
Hunter just looks over at Adran and is like, you know far too much about all this for my liking.
Yeah, just
good thing he's on your side, right?
Right.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
The point is unuseful.
Exactly.
We should make our way to the store's post. Can I make a perception check real quick?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check, Mr. Tome.
I want to see if I notice this, because if it is, then I will be doing something very different.
Hunter leans over to Tome and says, very useful for, would you say, a grave robber?
Yes, he was indeed trying to rob my mother's grave. That's a 14. I was trying to see where Calandra went.
Cal, you want to make me a stealth? See if you
Sure.
see how sneaky you are.
Ooh. A nat 20 for 26.
Who's Cal? I don't know who Cal is, Tome.
AF.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh,
Fine, she's done this before.
he kind of puts his fist in his hand. She is probably using the bath. She will catch up with us later.
She modified memory, and you don't know who she is anymore.
I will never. I will never understand the mechanical nature of humanoids. Your need to excrete waste.
Pretty gross.
I mean, what do you do with all those potatoes later?
It is absorbed into my core and powers my bodily functions.
Perfectly. And you have no belly button?
What is a belly button?
Yeah,
that would imply that I have a stomach, which I do not.
It's like an input port, I guess.
Yes. I am still, as I said, Bailey, I'm still discovering things about the nature of my body that even surprise me.
So yeah.
Yes, we should make haste.
That's what puberty's like.
Jesus, facts.
Oh, is that what that was 2 years ago? Oh, yes. It makes sense.
Does it really though?
But yeah, we can go by the market first, I guess.
Yes.
Hell yeah. So yeah, you guys depart from the Broken Shore and make your way towards the commercial district here on the top part of the cut. And we will, one more second, bring you guys over to this groovy ass awesome map that I got here. So essentially what we've got going on here is you guys are departing from over here. If I could get my thingy to make up, yeah, it's over here where my mouse is at. Like this is the area where the Broken Shore is. And you guys are kind of making your way over to the far side of the cut, where the commercial shopping district is. And that's also where Cal is making her way, just a little bit down towards sea level. And I think before we go shopping, we'll cut there real quick. Cal, as you make your way down the switchbacking staircases, one of them that leads down to a long, wide boardwalk, essentially, that has been built up against the rocky cliff down here. There are a number of large storefronts, or building fronts, I guess, doorways, leading into the actual side of the cliff face itself, where they've been, looks like they've been cut out and then built over with wood and stone to make, to keep the salt and the spray out. You see a large amount of people down here. It looks like the majority of the population of Windermere works down here during the day. As you see, this is an interestingly good time to explain what you see down here. You make your way past two smaller ships. They're definitely they're not as large as like some of the blue sky galleons that you guys use for actual naval trade, but they're still good sized deep water ships. They look like they're pretty quick, but not very large. You see that they're in a constant state of unloading on one of them. At people all over. And as you kind of make your way along the path, you see a handful of stalls that are set up offering some type of quick, hastily cooked meats and other types of things as a quick snack for the laborers down here. You make your way along this boardwalk and find yourself at a stone temple carved into the rock itself. There are pillars on either side of dark granite that have been placed into the rocky wall of the cliff, kind of juxtaposed dark against kind of wet and light. And carved into it in Old Borealan is the words Tide Song Chapel. And open doors leading into a dark not dark, but like darker lit space.
Calandra will enter.
As you enter, you are immediately grabbed on the wrist and jerked into a alcove to the side as a older woman, maybe in her 50s, wearing a long brown dress, real simple. Dear, you have got to be more careful around here. What on earth were you doing on... I'm with the Mandate, by the way. I did not mean to startle you. What on earth were you doing on board that ship?
That's my sister's ship.
Sweetie, do you not find it odd that she was here?
Oh, I find it very odd.
I would hazard against trusting too openly there. There is something going on. I don't know what. I haven't been able to figure it out, but it is not normal for Boreala to be in line with these people at all. And I can't imagine you are safe to be injecting yourself directly in front of... I worry that we might have lost an edge that we didn't know we had. Can you... What was the nature of her visit here that could possibly help us figure out what's going on?
They're being paid to protect this area.
Okay, that makes a fair amount of sense.
He says it's completely just as long as they're paying, they will do it, but eventually they'll have to stop.
Okay, that makes sense, right? That makes sense on a logistical standpoint. It doesn't... The ship, the nature of it, it's all wrong. It's too visible. You don't... what I mean is, you don't get away with this for very long before it makes its way back to the Regency that they're protecting pirates or they're involved with the pirates. It doesn't make a lick of sense from a political standpoint.
Oh, I agree. I was trying to understand why they are helping here. I would not have expected that.
Okay. And you see she's eyeing you up and down like she's not entirely sure whether or not you're trustworthy. She's kind of like... she's...
I mean, I'm kind of a little on edge too, because I mean, she's just saying she's part of the Mandate, so...
Yeah. She's...
I probably am assuming I don't recognize her.
No, definitely not, but that is unfortunately a little bit of the way that this kind of was pitched. But she's eyeing you, and like her eyes are darting around like crazy, and she's like, so you weren't followed down here, were you?
Can I make a perception check?
Yeah, make me a perception check.
Ooh, 11.
11. We will find out the answer to that here in just a moment. Kat is not back immediately. She's probably floating around, but that's totally fine because we're going to deal with you fuckers for the first little bit anyways.
Language.
Yeah, you know. You guys make your way around. I had misspoke when I referred to this type of commercial district here as the upper part of the cut. It's actually called the gullet, and the cut is the interior itself. As you guys make your way along, you find yourself in a fairly busy little piece of town. There are a few different... there's a small tavern that's located on a corner. that's got the sign and a label, the chains overhead. And then there is a building that is kind of situated along the cliff itself, actually, that kind of perches out over it. That is called the Watch House. And then there are a fair few of various different shops, from a general goods store to looks like an armory, as well as a general purpose forge and a resale shop that is selling pilfered goods from origins dubious and unknown. As well as a what looks like a small bookshop that is called the Velvet Curtain. Yeah, there are options abound if you guys are wanting to try and get rid of some of these excess weapons that you got, or
Yes.
Yeah,
I want to go.
Yeah.
where
Wait.
do you think we should go first?
Wait. Before we enter, have a plan. To get us the best deals possible. All right. You kind of look shifty, like to make sure that none of the shopkeepers are watching.
they're all watching.
Oh.
All
right.
They've gathered and they're like, that one's up to something. Keep an eye on him.
Yes. I'll make sure that we're relatively out of sight. Adran, I have that spell that I was telling you about. I believe that if we all three of us combine our efforts and put them into you will get us the best deal possible for our items.
Okay.
All right. I will do my part. He kind of just holds Quill up to you. Quill licks your face and he casts enhance ability on charisma. Technically, it was Quill who did it.
I'm also going to cast Disguise Self.
Okay.
To just make me look like a normal, I'd say wood elf probably.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, and I'm also gonna bonus out
disguise.
changing a cloak to something more of a common brown.
Okay.
Instead of like a flashy red, and I'm gonna remove my fedora and kind of keep it underneath. If I look fancy, they're gonna think I have a lot of money and kind of take me there as far as not willing to cut me a deal.
I gotcha.
So.
Oh, yeah. And Melee, you were saying something as well. I didn't mean to cut you off. What were you?
Oh, I was saying I was going to go try to sell a book to the bookshop.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Just one.
Yeah, I mean, if they'll take more than one well-aged books.
I gotcha. Give me just a second. I actually have to pull up a note for that as well. Hell yeah. So yeah, you guys are zhuzhing up Adran like crazy. What store are we gonna go into first? We're gonna go try and offload some of these weapons, or
I'd say offload weapons.
Probably best just to get the biggest opening in our inventory, I guess.
hell yeah.
And yeah, I wish to find a way to get the most out of these things that I took from my companion. The guy who now works for me, which I find to be hilarious.
Hell yeah. There is the secondhand blade is a very prominent looking shop that looks to have all manner of weaponry on offer, and seems to be well stocked as you guys kind of approach. You see a inviting storefront with large windows displaying suits of leather armor that only look like they're slightly dinged up, as well as a nice fancy display with some crossed longswords that look to be of Borealan town guard provenance. But as you guys kind of make your way in through the like tavern style doors to the interior, you find a little old dwarven man, and he's hey, can I do for you, lads? Welcome to my shop. What can I do for you? You looking to buy, or are you looking to
Hunter just walks up and then just starts comically, like a clown, pulling out like the handkerchief, just keeps on pulling out short, like scimitar after scimitar after scimitar.
While he's doing that, I just kind of walk up, kind of hand on the table, and go, "We got some military surplus we're looking to offload."
Well, I'd be agreeing with you there, my lord. I haven't seen a haul like this come through the doors since the last big raid we went on, and that was months and months ago. Shit. How many of these do you have exactly, Sonny?
We have 9. We have 9 light crossbows and 11 scimitars to sell.
No,
Cinematars.
Cinematars.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Tars. I love it. Trying to see where I have this. Man. Oh, there we go. Cool. Okay. Well, this is a fun thing for me because pirate cities have a cool thing going on. Hell yeah. So the gonna save myself some trouble and give you guys some trouble at the same time. The crossbows, scimitars, short swords, what have you, will be sold for their new value in D&D Beyond per item. And he explains, well, you see, normally we'd really kind of like keep a tight lid on the amount of weapons coming into the town and the amount of money that we're paying for them. Like, if you were going to go up to Elm's Reach with this lot, they'd probably give you, you know, quarter value, best bet. We kind of have, I don't know if you know a lot about what's going on around here, but we kind of have a situation where they kind of see a benefit in every weapon we can get a hold of. So yeah, we will make you a square offer. So you figure out what we need, and I'll get you straight away squared up.
450 gold.
450 gold. Well, that was a good try, but let's keep it in the realm of possibilities, yeah? And we'll see what we can do for you.
Well, I think a business like this could manage it pretty well.
Oh, we won't have no problem offloading them, but
Oh, they're saying that's the D&D Beyond, like, face value of all of them.
It's literally 450?
It is 450 gold face value for all of them.
Shit.
Yeah.
Hey, man of my word, if I ain't nothing else. Okay, so, okay, can I make you a deal? I got about 200 gold pieces on me right now, liquid capital. But I'll make you a deal, and I'll give you 200 gold pieces, and I'll give you this here diamond. And he pulls out a good-sized diamond from his desk, where he's got a little lockbox set up. Somebody came in to pawn it, and they forgot about it. So I will pass the savings on to you.
Interesting.
And Tome, for a robot such as yourself, I will give you a free, it's somewhere in the neighborhood of a 500 gold piece diamond. likely.
Yes, that could be valuable in case one of us dies.
What a deal.
A good deal.
It's the best I can do, unfortunately. Otherwise, I can buy about half of them. It's your call.
Okay, because it's $450, and he's giving us a $500 diamond on top of the 200. Can I roll an insight check to see if he stole that diamond and is trying to get to, like, the blame of it down onto us?
Yeah, roll me an insight check.
That is a 14.
He probably stole it from somebody, but I don't know that he's necessarily trying to swindle anybody.
What about I roll insight? Because that's something I would probably clock.
Yeah, go for it, Adran. I love it.
Dirty 20?
Dirty 20. I love it. Again, it is more than likely stolen. You're not sure what degree of stolen it may be. It might have been stolen by the last 4 people that had it in their possession. But it doesn't seem like he's trying to swindle. He's just trying to... For that insight check, what you're seeing, Adran, is someone who recognizes the value of what's come into the store and doesn't want to see it go away.
I mean, sure, we'll take that.
Yes.
Okay. All right, here you go. Hand you the diamond, and I will get you a nice little. Oh shit! I'm gonna actually have to get you a box for the gold, but I can do that. It takes a little bit of time. This 200 gold pieces is quite a bit to shuffle from one location to another, but he gets it all boxed up for you.
That is 40 for each of us.
Hell yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Nice.
And then Melee will cut over to the Velvet Curtain as you make your way in. Where I somewhere down here have a cool. Yeah, I actually had to sit down and put a lot of effort into what those books are worth. So yeah, you.
I don't know how many people want more than one copy, but
Yeah, you make your way into the Velvet Curtain and you find it's a small bookshop. It might be 15 feet from one wall to the other, and there with a row of shelves on either wall and one double row of shelves down the middle. There's a small seating area and a little curio table towards the front that kind of gives it a parlor kind of vibe to it. As you walk in, there's a slight chime from nowhere as some little party trick of magic goes off and alerts your presence to the interior of the store. And before long, a half-elven woman comes out from the back and says, "Oh, welcome to the Velvet Curtain. I would be glad to help you. Is there something specific you're looking for, or just browsing?"
I had some books I was wondering if you were interested in buying. I'm also looking for magical tomes.
Oh, yeah, I see. Well, I'm interested to see what you have. We don't do a whole lot of second-hand work here, but we are always open to it.
Oh, these are all brand new, don't worry.
Oh, well, in that case, yes, I'm quite interested. What do you have?
I'll pull out one of the copies. I guess probably not a signed one.
Yeah, probably a good call. Okay, well, this is just an interesting find. It looks to be quite old, but in good shape. The pages themselves, the vellum is quite miraculously well maintained. I would say that this is likely some type of magic in and of itself, possibly. I don't know. Do you have any idea how old this is?
Did we get an idea of
Um,
when? I feel like somebody else.
I believe,
Did?
yeah, I think you guys have an idea that it's at least 1,000 years old.
Centuries, I believe.
Okay, well, I've never heard of this individual before. So,
I think they may not have been distributed or distributed very widely. You might have exclusive book here on your hand.
I might indeed. That is something. And again, this is not necessarily something that our clientele would normally be after. But I could give me just one moment. Actually, I will. Give me just a moment. I have a colleague I can confer with. But feel free to take a look around while you do. And she retires back behind a curtain.
Yeah, other than that, I just wanted to look for books that Tome might be interested in. Wizard books and spell scrolls and stuff.
You were looking for a magical tome.
Yeah. Looking for a magical tome.
Yeah.
I am out. He's outside. He sneezes. I didn't know that was possible.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Roll me an investigation check as you kind of check
Okay.
the
Oh, 19.
19. Heck yeah, we love to see it.
All right.
So, interestingly, you're finding a lot of looks like fiction of some type being sold there. There's the Ninth Circle of Bliss and Mage Hand Gentle Touch, as well as Counterspell My Heart. A couple of
I'm gonna grab
oh,
grab one of those for Tome.
hell yeah. There's a few
Help his
others.
learning.
Yeah, there's a few others called the Bard Did It, Axe and Intention, Moondrop on Silk, as well as Familiar Territory. Seems like a cursory glance, they might have a specific niche here at this at the Velvet Curtain, and magical books might not be on that list.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just grab one of those that looks interesting and like it might embarrass him.
Oh, hell yeah. Valid point. She comes out not too long after, and she says, so I have a colleague who is actually from Sintris, the capital of Boreala here. They are going to swing by and taking a look at this. I am not a historical appraiser, but I'm quite interested if, like you said, if it is quite exclusive, this is something that we would be very interested in, or at least I would be very interested in procuring. But
wonderful.
I can offer you 20 gold pieces for this copy. And this is kind of a call it a hold. We will give you the 20 gold pieces. In exchange, you will give us the book, and we will have it appraised, and then we can adjust our offering, if that seems fair.
Yeah, sure.
Very well. But
How long do you think that'll take?
it could take a couple of weeks, but I'm not exactly sure. It depends on how quickly they are able to travel. Sometimes we have, we have ways. They are able to connect with someone in the Porters Guild of Sintris, and can generally make their way quickly to one of the cities along the Evermarch, and then it's just a short trip around. But either way, so I mean, it could be quite more valuable. If the age is accurate and the subject matter is of importance, we could be looking at somewhere of 200 to 300 gold pieces per book.
Well, it's got at least one of those, I'm pretty sure.
Oh. It's exciting to find out. Did you find anything else here that was interesting to you?
Yeah, I'll just take this. However much off of that 20 gold.
Fantastic choice. A fantastic choice. Yes, I 2 gold pieces I think ought to do it. And so yeah, that will be 18 that I can provide you with. And
wonderful.
She'll also write you up a bill of sale type of thing, a receipt at the very least for your held book.
Okay, yeah, I'll just say leave a message with me at, I forget what the name of the inn where it is.
Broken
Brant.
Shore. Brant is in another town.
Oh yeah, that was in Marglin.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, just leave a message. That's where we'll be staying when we come through town.
Okay, I can do that. Yep. If you have any other requests for anything new or anything you're trying to get a hold of, let us know. We can always facilitate here at the Velvet Curtain.
Wonderful, thanks. And then I'll go find the rest of the group. Give Tome his book.
I kind of just hold it out in front of me.
Hey, I think there's a lot you could learn from this. You read books to learn, right?
Yes, I assimilate them into my being. What is the title of this book?
This one is...
What was...
this one
I was going to say the second or third one you said.
Counterspell My Heart.
Counterspell My Heart. Yes. I shall decipher your secrets, but not now. I turn towards Adran. We have business.
We do.
I will need it. I have many items to, as you say, offload.
Hell yeah! So you guys make your way.
Wait, what else do we have to do?
Oh, you guys
Makes
got
money.
some more shiny stuff to get rid of, right? That was the idea.
I got some gems and a really fancy looking knife.
Heck yeah! So yeah, you guys make your way to the one of the staircases as well that leads down to the cut proper, and the boardwalk down there as well, where Adran's fence is supposedly located. We will cut over to Calandra actually at this moment with her 11 perception check on seeing if she was followed. The response to that is an overwhelming yes, unfortunately, Calandra. It does appear that you were followed, as in this exact moment of frantic looking around and panic setting in on her face, her eyes go wide for just a second, and she starts mouthing something. I don't know what. And then her eyes drop as she looks down, as there is a blade piercing out from her chest from behind.
Oh.
Will you roll me initiative, Cal?
Whoa!
Irradiant. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, hell yeah, I like it. Hell yeah. Cal, as the body of this lady drops to her knees and then falls over to her side, behind her you see standing just a normal looking sailor as he withdraws a short sword from her back. He is within 5 feet of you. What you doing, Cal?
I'm punching him.
Punch
Punch
him.
him to death.
Hell yeah. Roll an attack.
Ooh, a 10.
10. A 10 will miss, but it is still your turn. You will have bonus action.
I will expend a Fury of Blows to try to get him.
Hell yeah.
Nat
hell yeah.
20.
Yeah, nat 20
Hey.
hits. Nat 20 hits.
So that's going to be a 10 on the die, and then you say you add the total die amount.
Yeah.
Do that.
So a 10 on the die plus the modifier, and then plus the total with the modifier.
Oh,
That's-
so the die itself is a d6, so that's 10 with the modifier.
10
So
with
it
the
would be
modifier, and then. So it's a d6 plus 4, is that where you're at?
d6 plus 5,
6 plus 5.
so 6.
Okay, so yeah,
That'd be a total of 21.
21. Hell yeah. 21 damage to him, and that was just your first flurry of blows. You got another one on you.
It's going to be 18 for 25.
And that hits as well. Roll some damage.
And another 8.
8 damage. Hell yeah. This guy literally just thunk, and you quickly you miss with the first one, and you get him with 2 solid hits, and he stumbles back, grasps his chest, but he tries to slice at you with his short sword. He misses horribly. He is going to try one more time and again miss horribly. Man, I just can't hit Cal. Even when I split her up by herself. It is your go again, Cal.
Oh no, I did die that one time.
True story, true story. Yeah, it's your go again, Cal.
Whatever she's trying to do, she's trying to do kind of like just to knock him out.
Okay.
Because she wants to know who he is and why he just did that.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
All right. Does a 12 hit?
12 just hits him. Roll some damage.
That'll be 9.
9? Hell yeah. He goes down. He goes down
Okay.
with a... hell yeah. And as he goes down with that hit, does...
Taking note of, by the way, that she knows she's semi-public, so she's trying to be as quiet as possible.
Yeah. Does a 17 hit you, Cal?
Does not.
Does not. You feel a whoosh of air as you instinctively duck down as another short sword sails over your head. And in that exact moment, another thing happens, and you hear another miss from the short sword as you start to turn, and you hear a thud as a heavy hit lands on whatever tried to cut your head off.
Nice.
And your little mini freakout combat is over as you turn around to see a towering figure behind you in the doorway of the temple that you recognize.
I was gonna say, does this figure look familiar?
He looks exactly like one of the just deserters that you all had met in Mariglin. The large man that kind of has the half giant look to him, and the or Goliath look to him, and the like leather harness. He looks down at you and he says, "You need to be more careful. You are easy to follow."
My apologies. I thought I was.
Is understandable. These pirates, they are like a little fleas. They get on our backs. They are you injured?
No.
Okay. You should probably get out of here before Temple Keeper comes to find body.
I want to question the one, though. I want to know why they were following me.
Okay. God, you always do things difficult. He bends over and one-handed palms the head of the guy that he just knocked out and throws him over his shoulder into the water. And he says, okay, we get him and we go. And he picks up your guy, throws him over his shoulder. Where we go?
I guess back to the inn.
Okay. And he takes off. What inn are you staying in?
What was it called?
The Broken Shore.
Broken Shore.
Okay. I do not know where this is. Can you show?
Yes.
Okay.
Follow me. And she will walk quickly as she can without drawing too much attention.
Hell yeah.
This dude following behind her with the guy over her shoulder, you know.
Yeah, roll me a perception check as well, Cal, while you're making your way quickly.
That is going to be a 17.
17? Hell yeah. Will anyone in the other group that is descending the staircase now to the cut like to make a perception check as well?
Sure.
Sure.
Oh, great.
Might as well.
Hey, we're on it.
Let's find out. 12.
14 for me.
Adran, man. God, I love those perception checks, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I didn't say nothing about where to go.
Yeah, 21. Hell yeah. 14 for Hunter, 18 for Melee, 12 for Mr. Tome, and a 21 for Adran. Adran and Melee, you guys, I will say Tome with a 12, you definitely pick out Calandra, because you're kind of want to pay attention for things you know. Adran and Melee definitely pick her out as well, approaching the same staircase you all are descending. In tow with both the large fellow from the Just Deserters that you had met not too long ago, as well as a body being draped over that fellow's shoulder. Interesting.
Oh.
You brought a friend.
Oh, so that is where you went.
Hello.
You're here to turn treasure into gold. Why is he here?
Well, he just saved my life.
What happened?
Disagree, but she was being followed. I intervened.
Tome just immediately runs up and gives Calandra a hug.
Robot hug.
Are you injured?
Pat, pat. No. Luckily, they were not very effective with their swords.
I suspect they would not be. You're very good at punching people until they stop moving.
That's
This-
what I'm here.
Not bad at it, actually. Forgive
I
me, we have not been proper introduced. I am Craven. I believe we have met, but not official.
Yes. I remember when your leader attempted to, how was it, intimidate us? It did not work.
Leader or employer? There's difference.
Oh, I was talking about when we exited the mines.
Ah, yes, when you did not let us share in the reward. I remember.
Because you did not earn it. Yes.
Correct.
Well, we need to get back to the inn before this man wakes up, because I would like to not draw a crowd. And I would also like to know why he tried to kill me.
This is interesting.
Yes. Well, we do have some business. I would like to meet you back and assist in the interrogation.
Okay, well, we will get back to the inn and secure him and try to keep him out until you all get back.
Yes. Quill. And he kind of just materializes him on his shoulder. Follow Calandra and ensure that she is safe.
Okay. Meow. Hell yeah. You want to make me? Do you want to make me
Yeah, you got-
a stealth check with advantage, Cal, as you make your way? Not really stealthing, but like trying to be on the down low.
Yes, if I can remember how to do this.
Can Quill give the help action because he's a
Oh
cat?
yeah, that's the advantage. Yeah, that was.
Okay.
Yeah, kitty cat advantage.
Yeah, cat power.
Cat power.
He does his little dance.
Woot woot.
Oh,
And it
heck
worked.
yeah. 16 for Cal,
And he's
16 for Crux Craven. So, heck yeah. Crux is not very good at stealth because Crux is.
Oh, was it a stealth? What did I roll? Because that was
You
just a
rolled-
+1. I rolled
you rolled it.
perception.
You roll a strength check.
Yeah.
I did.
I was going to say.
Oh, I did abilities, not
You're
skills.
good. You're good.
There we go.
Heck yeah. 18, perfectly viable. So Crux is bad at stealth, but he has that type of intimidation factor where people don't want to look at him for too long. So it kind of evens out as you guys make your way without being otherwise molested or seemingly even noticed quietly to the tavern, which is by now bustling right around lunchtime, as sailors and laborers have filled the space to tuck down bowls of stew and midday beer. It is quite easy for you all to sneak your way through without drawing too much attention. I mean, I'm sure somebody saw it. Being realistic, somebody saw the guy carrying the unconscious guy through the tavern. I don't know that that's too out of the ordinary really around here.
Hoping we can pass it off as, hey,
Yeah.
we're all taking him to take a
Got too
rest.
drunk.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Got too drunk.
this guy's been rocked in the
drink,
head.
passed out. You don't want him to stay here. He might throw up.
He's been rocked in the head by Cal a few times, so he's pretty red in the face anyways. So yeah, it's a good sell. It is a good sell as we cut over down to the cut once more, where the remainder of you all are making your way down this boardwalk. As you're making your way, you can see a kerfuffle happening down at the very end of the boardwalk near the end of the boardwalk. You're not really sure what's going on, but you can see people fussing with something. But it's a good 150, 200 feet away at this point. Not a concern. As you all approach a warehouse that looks like, well, I mean, it looks different from every other warehouse in the world, as this one is carved into the side of a cliff face, but it is otherwise a nondescript panel wood front with a double door. And Adran, you would not notice anything other than the small thieves' cant scrawling on the actual door frame itself. You notice the symbols for fence, fair price, and a symbol that isn't thieves' cant necessarily, but is telling in and of itself, as it is a pair of crossed wine chalices that are just present there at the bottom of it.
So would that be like a commonly known symbol if it's not thieves' cant?
Commonly known enough that you're able to put it together just off of your base intelligence stat that the individual that guided you towards this location was named Two Cups. This might be his operation.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah, I relay to the rest of the party that we're in the right place, and as long as Like, yeah, as long as we present ourselves fairly, we'll be treated fairly. If we try to take advantage, we will be shut down hard.
Yes. I only want what is the price of the goods that I have taken. And by taken, I mean taken from the man that attempted to kill us, who now works for us.
Right.
Life is strange.
Facts
Yes.
indeed. So yeah, you
I believe
press your way
it's
into
time
this.
for our. I was making a dumb pun.
Oh, you're good. You press your way into this, the front of this warehouse. Not sure exactly what you're expecting to see, but you open the door and find exactly what I think a warehouse looks like. Rows and rows and rows of shelves holding crates and barrels. Descript, nondescript. Some of them are easily identifiable. Sacks of flour and grain. There are crates that are hard to tell, and there are brands and stamps aplenty on different crates that you guys can see as you walk in. You can see a few that match the Blue Sky Group's liveries. You can see a few that match the Boreal and Regency's colors. You can see a few that are unfamiliar. All kinds of stuff is being stored in here. And you can see these rows of shelves. They go back into the darkness, where you can see that they've got a series of lamps lit on the walls, but it does a poor job of lighting the entire space. As you all make your way in, there are a few guys that are kind of like propped up against the side of the wall, just having a conversation, like they're just taking a break or whatnot. They look over at you and they look at you all up and down, and they're like, well, you're either dumb or smart. Which one is it?
I turn towards Adran.
Likely both.
Good answer. Are you here to see the boss?
We are. We've got we have some acquisitions we think you'd like to take a look at.
Yes.
All right. Now we are talking the same language. Finney, you want to go grab Mr. Two Cups and tell him we got some clientele to meet him. And Vinny's like, yeah, I can do that. And he scurries off down the back of the thing. And not 3-4 minutes later, coming in the door that you all just entered in, from the outside, steps Matteson, or Two Cups Matteson, the gentleman you all met last night, running the axe toss game, a big burly fella. Hey, you found the place. I'm glad to see that. Did y'all happen to find what you was looking for with Antrice, or did she shut y'all down?
Not quite yet.
We
have business. We have business with her after, but I turn towards Adran. I am not well versed in the art of bartering. My friend here is, and I would like to negotiate a sale of a few items I have in my possession.
Well, we can do that. We do have a question I gotta get out a little bit first. Just kind of know a way around it. You guys might be good with Duclair, and you might be okay with me, but I gotta know, what is it, your actual intentions in the town, because we won't be harboring any ill will towards the town or the Viper.
This is a lovely community. I wish you no harm. The
Well,
only person I have hate in my heart for is Ethan Thorne.
Okay. Well, That's something. We got a little saying around here, though. And that saying is that friends show it. And, well, we're close to it, but we're not friendly yet, right? So what we need is for you all to do a little something for us first. And you do something for us, then we'll be able to do business.
And what is this little something we might need to do?
Oh, it's not a big deal, not a big ask, but we had one of our little barges, and he'll open the door again and point out to the boardwalk out there, and right out front of this warehouse itself is a barge, a flat decked barge that is used for transporting goods close to the shore. They don't do well out in open water. We run these. Well, you guys don't know a whole lot about the town here, so let me fill you in on something. So, you guys know about Elantris. She's runs the place for the most part. Do you know about do you know about her inner circle?
I believe it was mentioned.
All right. Well, I'm sure it was. That's a good thing. So you kind of got to, So, anyways, the town of Windermere has 5 ships to her name in the fleet. Now, we're kind of proud about the fact, as he kind of like eyes each of you up and down, you feel like he might be trying to get a read on you. If you ask about anybody else, you'd say, well, no, Matteson, we only got 4 ships. You're on something. Well, and that'd be mostly true, but not entirely. You see, we got a secret, and well, we got a warship, and we's trying to provision it because we gotta hide it, and one of our barges ran afoul, and well, she might have run aground on her way to the ship. Now, this is something that Matteson can take care of, just probably without any breaking a sweat. But I see it as an opportunity because Matteson knows exactly what was on board that barge. And if what exactly was on that barge makes it to the galleon, well, then I'd say we're friends.
I see.
So you just want to escort this thing from one place to the other?
Well, I mean, what I want to see is if you are dependable and not gonna steal from me at your first opportunity.
All right.
Very well.
Simple enough.
Yeah, and you can call it what you will, call it what you want, but the Council of the Inlet will likely appreciate it, and that goes a long way in our little community. But if you want to, I will gladly get you set up. We have, well, I mean, unless you got another boat handy, you're going to have to go down a little bit more interesting way. But we'll get you set up. We'll get you set up. And he'll pull out a... so you all are staying at the Broken Shore. So you just need to get yourself into the Grove Spine a little ways, and you're going to come across Manor House. Not nothing special, but a nice enough place. This manor house is owned by a good friend of mine. Their name is Maradell, and they're one of my cohorts, one of my companions, and they kind of are the watchkeeper for it. So you go to Maradell's house, and they will get you set up on how to get down to the galleon where she's at, and you can hopefully get that ship recovered and get the goods to the galleon where they belong. Then you come back and see Matteson, and old Two Cups will give you a good price on whatever goods you got.
If that is what it takes, then so be it.
Nothing of a deal.
You got it. And just one more thing, watch out for the crocodiles.
The what?
Yeah, there's crocodiles in the inlet.
Interesting.
Well,
I never saw any crocodiles in the forest.
It's not a forest, it's an inlet. Water.
Oh, I have a history with animals. I was
Like a bad history? Like something happened to you?
I lived with a horde of them for 5 years until he turns towards Adran. Until I met this one.
You traded up, I guess. Oh yeah.
He's a lot better conversation.
Well, I don't know about that, but heck yeah. But yeah, so he gets you guys set up with. He gives you a note to hand off to Maradell. Says she's a little bit of a suspicious type, but you show her that you came from me, and it should work just fine. But I wouldn't do no sudden movements from far away, otherwise she might take your ear off or something.
Very well. If we are going to be facing crocodiles, it would be wise to go find Calandra.
The natural enemy of crocodiles, white girl.
And also, I am keen to see if she is able to knock out a crocodile.
I mean, it's a good question, right? Yeah. Hell yeah.
What was it?
I just said, Tome is like, I am keen to see if she can knock out a crocodile.
She can try.
Hell yeah. Speaking of Calandra, though, as you and Crux make your way back to one of y'all's rooms up on the second floor of the Broken Shore, he plops this fella down on the bed, and the second he plops him down on the bed, this guy tries to jump up. What you doing, Cal?
Am I close to him?
Oh yeah, you're.
I'm
within.
probably standing pretty next to him. I'm gonna punch him.
Hell yeah, roll it.
$13.
13, that does it. Hell yeah. He has got 1 hit point right now, so another non-lethal punch to the face. He is back down on the bed. Crux looks over at you and he's like,
A little bit, but
this is effective. I like you. You're fiery. I still don't understand why we not just crush Skull, but
because I want to know who he's working for and why they want to kill me and why they killed the person I was meeting.
this is a good question. Yes. Who was person meeting? Was it important?
Kind of. Unfortunately, I don't have any more information because shortly after I met her, she was stabbed.
Ugh. People are quite susceptible to knife wounds.
Yes.
This is unfortunate.
Unfortunately.
Will you be okay by yourself? I have to go find Abigail and friends.
If you would just help me secure him down, I will be okay.
Yes, I can tie rope. He pulls out a length
Wonderful.
of rope and see how good he. He just natural 20 to not tying sleight of hand, so I think we're good.
Yeah.
He's not going anywhere, and he pats his head.
Nice.
If you all need help with anything, you let us know. We are in the area. We would like to.
I will keep that in mind. Thank you very much.
Yes. Unlike last time when you didn't share reward, this time maybe we share.
Yes, if you help us in a, I don't know if there's any reward in it for this, honestly, but
Yeah. Well. Okay. Goodbye. Turns and goes out the door, and I think that is a good place for us to pause it for the week, and we will pick up there next week as we are going to go off to try and fight some alligators or crocodiles, sorry, not alligators, crocodiles, in a hidden inlet as we complete a small job application almost, or a friendship application at the very least. So in the meantime, guys, keep telling stories, because, they're awesome. And don't worry, because we don't require a friendship test. We love you. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye, everybody.
bye.
Bye. Hell yeah.